too light for me. It was a little... It was a little too light for me.
There's a karaoke band on the road. They go by the name.
Hi friends, welcome back to this week's video. So for today's video, I will be doing a first impressions, well, that's a lie, kind of like beginning impressions, and then also a wear test of the new e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. Now, I know this product has been out for a while, at least a couple months, and since its release, I have been wanting to try it, but you know, with COVID going on and everything, you're not allowed to find your right shade like in store. So I was having a lot of trouble on their website trying to find my correct shade match. I was doing the shade finder quiz, I was looking at tutorials, I was reading reviews. So that took me such a long time. And then I finally ordered one in shade 240W. So this is light with warm golden undertones. Now, if you look at my face, I didn't think that I had warm golden undertones. So I was like, maybe that one's not the right one for me. But then I was watching tutorials and reading reviews, and I'm like, okay, you know, that kind of sounds like it might be me. But then I tried it and it was a little too light for me. So I actually wore it on Father's Day, and I took Javi out to brunch, and it was so light. I looked like I had like a very pale, like a kind of a white cast on my face, and I didn't really like that. So I went to Target and I bought shade light 280 with neutral warm undertones. So I'm like, okay, this might be the best of both worlds. And then I was looking at it in store and I'm like, okay, this section might be a little too dark for me. I'm like in between shades. So as much as I hate doing this, because then I have to buy double the product, and then if I want to take this with me on like a trip or something, I have to take both of them. So I ended up mixing them, and then I think that that was my like perfect shade. But overall, this is nice because I can use shade 240 in the winter months where I'm the most pale. So this one might be a good one. And of course, as summer progresses and I get a little bit more darker, more tan, I can use more of the 280. So I've already been wearing this, as I said before, because I was so antsy. I got in the mail and I'm like, okay, I need to try this. I at least need to know if I picked the right shade or not. But along with that, I bought their Duo Complexion Brush, which is literally just a foundation brush on one end, and then like a little mini brush on the bottom. So I use this end, of course, for stippling and buffing out my CC cream, and then I actually end up using this end for more of my concealer, as well as getting into the little crevices of my face. So yes, I packaged both of them back up. I've had shade 240 for a week now, and I've kept the box for about a week, just to show you all. So now I can finally throw them away and declutter my room. This CC cream, for those of you who don't know, is a color correcting full coverage and natural finish. Now, I've said multiple times I don't really like full coverage, but I've tried other CC creams before and they've given me a medium finish where I can still see like my freckles underneath, which that's totally fine. Like, I don't want a full coverage. I don't want to look like I legit have something on my face, and then like it just doesn't look as natural to me. This includes skin loving ingredients, collagen, peptides, and niacinamide. And their little slogan on the back says, ditch your basic foundation. This color correcting cream is the only product you will need to achieve a natural looking complexion, but with full coverage. A multitasking dream cream infused with collagen, peptides, and niacinamide known to plump, hydrate, and smooth the appearance of your skin while protecting with SPF 30. You know me, I love a good sunscreen. And so my moisturizer has SPF 30, and now what I put on my face will have SPF 30 too. So I'm super excited. First, I'm going to show you shade 240, light with warm golden undertones. Now, I don't know if you can see that very well. You can see that? It doesn't look bad, but like I said, once I cover my entire face with it, like you can see that there is a legit white cast. Now this is shade light 280 with neutral warm undertones. I'm in between them, as you can see. I just take 240 and I grab a pump. I guess because I'm mixing both of them, I only use half of a pump of one and half of a pump of the other, so it makes one full pump because you really don't need a whole lot for your face. And then I just mix them around with my finger and I get this shade. See, this is more of my shade. And then I just go, see, it just like kind of melts into my skin. See, it just matches my skin so much better. So this is a nice like CC cream because you don't have to put on a whole lot for you to get like some payoff or for you to feel like you have some kind of coverage on. I like to wear this daily because even though I'm not going anywhere, I'm just sitting down on the couch watching movies, I still feel really nice and really covered and everything. So that's what it looks like. It's really, really nice. It gives a nice finish. It's like I have really oily skin and this gives my skin a kind of like, what is it? What's the term? Satin matte finish? Dewy matte finish? I'm not really sure. My face isn't like totally matte, but it does give a nice kind of like glow and dewiness to it. And for the longest time, I was really worried about my nose because the first time I tried this CC cream, it clung onto my nose and it started separating. So I was afraid it was because I was too oily. It was because of like all my pores and stuff. So if you are worried about that, if you experience those same concerns as I do, then it helps to really prime. And I like to prime with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I just do my T-zone. I don't do the rest of my face. I did that yesterday and my makeup looked great. Like, I wore it literally all day. I took a nap. I cuddled with hubby, so like my cheek should have been smeared and it wasn't. So I definitely recommend priming if you have oily skin like I do, and also exfoliating. Now I'm going to finish up my makeup, do my hair a little bit, come back and show you the final look. And then I will also do a wear test throughout the day just so I can show you all how the CC cream held up. So here is my makeup all finished. I added some lipstick, eye makeup, and of course I did my hair. So you can see that there is very little separation on my nose. And right now the time is about 4:24 p.m. So I'll check back in with you guys later. So here we are about 4 hours later. The time is now 8:34 p.m. and the CC cream still looks good with the exception of a couple of my fine lines on my forehead peeking through. My cheek still looks really good. It looks pretty natural. I am very surprised with how little to no separation is on my nose. I am also surprised at my chin and mouth area. I made and ate lasagna earlier, so it got all over my chin, and still the CC cream held up very well. I did feel a little oily, so I just patted down my T-zone, but look, no transfer. Overall, I think this product is holding up very well. So it is now 12:30, just about 8 hours after I first put it on. And like I said, it has definitely held up really well. I don't have natural light, so I'm just using my mirror. And honestly, I think it still looks pretty good. I mean, of course, you can see some of my oils coming through, but other than that, I think this CC cream looks really nice. I mean, I took a little nap earlier. I've been doing laundry, I've been cooking, I've been baking, so I've definitely been sweating, just kind of hanging out at home, not doing too much. But even if you are still skeptical about this makeup and how it holds up in the hot weather and humidity like we're experiencing here in New York, I will wear this tomorrow. I plan to have a full outing, so I will be sweating, I will be outside in the heat, I will have my mask on, and I will still wear the CC cream just so that way I can give you all another wear test and see how it performs under those conditions. So I will see you all tomorrow. So here we are back at home, and I think the CC cream held up really well. I was putting on and taking off my mask. I was sweating, I was laughing, I was crying, and I think it looks really good, especially on my nose. Yes, you can see my oils and you can see my freckles, but it's really lasted well. And then the separation on my nose, not as bad as I thought. I think that the wear test was very successful. I was out for a large part of the day. I was on the subway for an hour there to Coney Island and an hour back. We stopped at the Brooklyn Promenade. We sat there for a little bit. We enjoyed ourselves. We ate hot dogs, we had french fries, we had desserts, we had ice cream, we sweated, we were taking off, on and off our masks. So it was just a full day of everything, and all I have on like my actual like face, of course I have like eyeliner and mascara on, but I just have the CC cream and then a little bit of my Cloud Paint blush. So I didn't set it, I didn't prime it at the beginning. So you can see my oils shining through a little bit more in this lighting. I'm here in my bedroom. I'm not so much like near a window because the sun is going down, so it wouldn't really give you guys a good picture. But you can see my oils coming through on my forehead. It's a little shiny. And then of course on my nose. But it's nothing crazy. I definitely didn't think it would hold up as good as it did. And you can see my pores, my freckles, which are totally fine. They're not like super noticeable. And as you can see, I do have a little bit of texture here, but that's normal. That actually shines through pretty much every makeup product that I put there, so it's not anything different. Despite all of that, I say that it still looks very good considering what I put my face through. So I definitely highly recommend this product. I think it is a great investment. And fingers crossed, I hope you are not in between shades like me, because then you're gonna be buying double the product, but a little goes a long way. So I hope this review helped you and making your next decision on whether or not to buy the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I definitely loved it, and if you do buy it, I hope you love it too. Bye friends!